All right, so this next topic is fires, and talking about what needs to happen with fires, and what the different suppression mediums are for those fires. So you can just check at the different things that you're probably familiar with. This top one, water. If you've had to put a fire out in the past, then you probably have used water. But that is something to think about. Soda acid and dry powders, CO2, halon and non-flammable gases, and then the FM200. So somebody mentioned the other day on one of the questions, replacements for halon. The FM200 is the replacement that doesn't deplete the ozone. And so if you can afford it, that's something that you may want to look into for implementation. The way that we typically remember the fire classes here is, either the way that I showed you the other day, or this is an alternative way where class A is things that turn to ash. Class B are things that fit into a barrel, like oil or petroleum products or propane, accessories. The Class C electrical fires, I said computer the other day. Current is a way to think about that. Anything electrical would be a Class C fire, and Class D is dynamite, where it's things that might actually blow up, combustible metals like magnesium or sodium. And some of those ways that we would put these things out are shown here on the screen. So you may have a Class A fire. Here's some of the elements that typically are associated with that. You put water and soda acid. Class B would be liquid, barrels of oils, halon, CO2, FM200. Electrical would be circuits, and again, here's the suppression methods, and then combustible metals, and that's dry powder, and halon. And so a lot of facilities also have water systems that are associated with it that can be utilized as well, whether it's for the HVAC or plumbing or sewage. Right? I've never actually handled it before, but based on everything I've read, halon is quite versatile. So some of the things to think of are shown here on the screen. The suppression methods, typically, we usually will see either the deluge or a pre-action system. So the wet pipe, let's just go through that. It's got a closed head, so the pipe is actually full of water. And immediately when it's triggered, it comes out. The dry pipe has compressed air, so no water is in there. And then when the air escapes, the water valve's open. So that's the difference between the wet pipe and the dry pipe. The deluge system is a type of dry pipe that just absolutely overwhelms with a huge amount of water volume. You obviously shouldn't use that for things with electronics. So the deluge, just like the people in Florida are feeling right now, getting hammered with a bunch of rain, that's really the context. It's that overwhelming amount of water. The pre-action is where we take what did Van Halen say? The best of both worlds here, the dry and the wet pipes. And we have the dry pipe that would basically have no air or compressed air. It would discharge the compressed air and then immediately fill with the wet pipe and then continue to push it out. Usually this is used in places back where we typically work, and so sometimes you can see the pre-action system is usually one of the more common ones.